Going live on Insta. Ermagerd. So much streaming is happening. It is stream central up in here. Not even close. Close enough. This. What's up, man? Guess what you're gonna do while I do this?
Oh.
You're gonna do.
Grab one of those.
Cool. Did I not bring two? I do need two, but one is.
Okay, but I could grab it.
I knew where it was. Here.
Great.
March against that. March? I thought it was push day. It is push day. But she's going to do that while I do this, and then we're going to switch. Pick, if you have multiple bands, the lighter of them will be this one, okay? When you go up and back, make sure you don't go arching like that. Keep those abs in, ribs down. Just up and back, up and back. How you going?
Good.
For this one, abs tight. Push day.
Push day.
Let's warm up. We bike rided yesterday. 2 hours, 15 minutes on a city bike. City bikes are like the Oldsmobiles of bikes. No, because there's different. They're like the Buick Regal of bikes. They're heavy and slow. One more of these. When you're done, you let me know, and we'll trade. Looks like you're done. Really done. Now, why would I do this on push day? It's not a crime to do a little bit of leg on push day. Also, waking up the abs, waking up the hip flexors. Alice, what is working when you're holding a plank?
Abs and hip flexors.
Yeah. So why not wrap them up now? It's also just up in your global warmness. Cool. Where's that going? I was gonna say body temperature. It's not like when you warm up, you don't actually get like warm. You don't get a fever.
You can warm up internal.
Yeah.
Temperature items.
Has anyone taken your temp yet with the gun?
No.
Have they done that? When I have entered lobbies of a few buildings, the doorman's like, yeah, just stand there, and he just holds the thermometer gun right at your head. And it's just, it's off-putting it the first time they do it. It's always sneaks up on me. I'm always like, what's the point of it? Like clients to those, like, what is this? Just do it for a minute. And like, sure enough, by like 30 seconds, and you're like, And they also get too small, like after a while, it's just that.
Yeah, now you gotta feel those hip flexors.
The other thing I have a hard time communicating sometimes is that it is a march in place. So it's not trying to go anywhere. So all that's gonna do is make you like not dorsiflex well and possibly lose the band. All right. To the floor. Ugh. High plank. Rotate your hands out slightly. Hang out way over those hands. Way over. Like get your hands to your like belly button. Get way over. Okay, and downward dog from there. Drive those ribs toward your knees. And back to this plank where you're way out over your hands. Way out. 5, 4, 3, and shift back. Downward dog again. While we're here, let's do a few little shrugs. So drop and rise. Drop and rise. Your head goes between your hands and then back up. But you're not bending your elbows. Just a scapular motion, not shoulders, or not elbows. Oh, I forgot my toes patience. I was going to wear those. All right, one more. ¿Qué pasa?
It's not a little crawler.
Ooh, creepy crawly. We have some visitors now and then. Just hang out one last time in a high plank. Cozy, cozy. And yeah, try to do this thing where you're shifting way out beyond your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go to your knees. Put your arms down like so. So make this triangle shape where your elbows are out and your hands are together. And now go up into this pike position. Drive your ribs toward your knees. And now here, do a few little mini shrugs. Don't try to get too high. Trying to wake up that whole shoulder girdle. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. All right. Right hand behind your head. Tuck under. 1, 2. Let's just do 6 more of these little guys. We do all this stuff before pushing heavy because, every now and then, pushing heavy, people may get the occasional little tweak. So if you just really wake up thoracic spine, cervical spine a bit, let's give it a switch. And in particular, your scapula. Get that thing protracting, retracting. Get it warm, get things in there moving. Just 4 more. One final downward doggy. And in this position, let's do a half push-up. So just go to about there and then back up. Just not even half, a 30% bend to the elbows. Four, 3, 2, and last one. All right. I'm going to start with some presses, overhead presses with the band. Ow. Why did I do that? I had them neatly stacked, and then I just pulled this, and I messed it all up.
That one, the black one.
Can you take that off? Where's the black one?
Because I'll grab it.
We're going to do a warm-up press, right arm first, nothing fancy, just that, just overhead pressing. Not it. Pull off. Okay, now let's say the band you're going to use is a little heavy. Remember, I'm going to do a set and then I'm going to show you another trick to shorten it. So right now we're just standing on the band with right foot and pressing overhead. You can either have it outside your arm or you can kind of split your arm with the band like this. Some people like that, some people hate it. Some people fuse permanently with the band. This is a little heavy for my warm-up. This is more of like a 15 rep set, like to actual fatigue. In between, I'm going to show you a quick trick. So let's say what I was just doing was just a little bit too heavy and I want to lighten it. There's a way you can use another band. What am I saying? Yeah, there's a way you can use another band to change the weight. So
fold it in half basically. Make it into 2 rings. Then you step on that. So you see that? Now my foot basically is going to start higher. So instead of having to anchor under my foot, I anchor here. Not a big difference, but this will be a little bit lighter. It's a little easier to work with, and you can shift the knot a little closer there. And if I was really being serious, I would use a carabiner. I wouldn't slip knot it like this. But I didn't bring that with me, because that would then just extend the length of this thing. Like if you're really trying to get an exact load, you can use that. You can use straps or like a big clip to just change the distance. But for our purposes, we don't have to get too crazy. You did both arms, kiddo? All right, so we're gonna stick with this, and we're just gonna go up. Basically, what's the heaviest you can do for let's say a 10 rep max?
Okay.
What's your 10 rep? Do you want to try this little creation, or do you want to try the black one only?
I was going to use the medium.
You can go to the medium ones.
So you're going 10 reps.
10 reps? Think you can do 10 reps?
I think try it.
Good for you. Just gonna try it. I like the little smile.
So shocked. What are you going to do?
Well, now you've inspired me. I'm not quite warmed up yet, so I'm gonna go one more, working my way toward my max. I will do also a medium. So again, you're chasing a weight that you can do 10 times, like max. Bad.
8.
Okay, that was the number.
Yeah, that was like,
It was exactly that.
yeah.
We're gonna do crunches in between.
Oh, okay.
Let's do my fave. Let's do my favorite exercise that exists. Oh, my
Okay.
favorite ab exercise. I'm gonna lie this way.
Are you going to do the bug?
I'm gonna do some bugging, kinda. It's in the dead bug family. Ugh. So, here's what you do. Dangle your arms behind your head. Just let them hit the ground. Feet together, knees apart. Smush the blueberry under your low back. Don't let your low back lift off the ground. Now go halfway down. Now come back up. If that's too easy, you can go lower and then back up. The knees stay at 90 the whole time. Keep squishing that blueberry. You'll feel as your legs go forward, your pelvis is trying to pull your low back up. Fight it. And notice also, just for one rep, if you put your arms down here, notice it's different. It's easier. And now your ribs aren't being pulled out. So your upper abs are in on the action. Now put the arms back. Feel how that makes the chest just want to pop. So fight that the whole time. 3 more reps. Right. One quick little thing. Legs to the sky. Right hand reaches toward left and down. Sit up and down. Cross and down and up and down. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Okay. Other arm. This is second work set, this is first work set for left arm or second warm-up set, however you're viewing it. And I say we do 2 more sets per arm. But your call if you want to increase or decrease that. My plan is the judge, the green band. I'm gonna try 10 of those. Good.
Why do you call it the judge?
I don't know. My client called it that the other day, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Said you're gonna use the judge. Maybe it's a reference to something.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It made me snicker.
Hey.
Catch your breath. We're gonna. Oh, can you get your phone out for its stopwatch feature?
Yes.
We're gonna do a 1-minute side plank. Go on your left arm, just because we want the right nice and fresh for the presses. Normally, I never start on the left because I get confused. But this time, we don't want it to compete with the next set, so we're gonna go to the left.
Right.
Good old-fashioned side plank. Let's do the forearm. Feet can be stacked or the top leg in front. You can go with me.
Okay, I will. Are you gonna be vertical or sideways?
I'll be like here, I guess.
Okay, so you should be in flip flaps. Teamwork, body awareness, replacement, the 7s. How
So-
are we going?
We're going for a minute. Now, the full version looks like that, or that if you want your foot there, or your arm up, whatever. There's a billion modifications. I'll show you a few while we're going. Thank you. If it's too tough to even fathom this, just do a knee plank. This makes it much easier, but you're still getting some work done. Forehead is cut off. Maybe start with the full, and if you start fatiguing, then go to the knees. Deal? A minute is a long ass time to do a side plank. Ready?
And you know,
Yes.
I gave him the clock so that I wouldn't be curious.
Oh, you don't
I
want
would
to know?
just breathe, yeah.
So you do better without the time.
See,
But in general, for your coach to know, sometimes. Okay. All right, without further ado, on your mark, get set, we're up. So I immediately regret my decision because I think this carpet is unpleasant for the elbow, but I'll just make do. 10 seconds done. So again, you're starting on the feet. They can either be stacked like this or one in front of the other. This hand can either be here or up, or you can even be touching slightly. Just don't roll too much forward. That's 24 seconds. Look at that. We're almost done. Oh, this is awful. 29, 30, halfway there. And again, if you have to pause, maybe just go to the knee. You're still working plenty. 20 seconds to go. If you do that, maybe consider for the final 5 or 10 being back up. Oh, it's starting to hurt. 49, 50, 51.
raise your top leg up. Raise your arm up. Go big. Go for broke.
3, 2, 1. I forgot about that variation. It's a good thing I didn't let you be in charge.
Yeah,
Oh, they're awful.
they're great.
They're great. Here. Okay. Oh, back to the right arm for presses. And remember the drill. You're trying to get a 10 rep max. So if you found that the band you were just using was too light and you want to jump up one, but you feel like you can only do a few, consider the loopity-doop thing. You make 2 rings out of it, fold it in half, or whatever we're calling that. And then you loop around that.
We're going with a loopity-loop.
Loopity-doop. Textbook. Technical term, rather. Okay. I'm going to try the judge. I should write that on here. You have a marker?
Yes.
I'll do that later. Okay. Going for 10. Oh, this was dumb.
I got 7.
Good. Good.
I will do something like 7 on the other side. For the next set, I'm going to do my little loop trick. The
Great.
loop-loop-de-doo.
Great.
In between, we'll do the other arm. This is work. The idea wasn't to do side planks in the.
I'm gonna be in front this time. You're
I
gonna
know.
level up. You're gonna level up.
I'm gonna level up. Level up. Level up. Ugh.
You always talk about leveling down. You're gonna level up. Yeah. You always actually talk about leveling up when lifting weights.
That's true. But I neglected to offer the next progression here. You're right. You want to be in charge of the clock? Or should I be on the time?
You can't have on the timepiece.
All right. Everybody ready?
Everyone is ready.
Alice is going to talk us through a progression. On your mark. Get set, and we're up. That's 10. I feel like this part of the carb is harder.
It is. Consider evenly distributing your weight in your forearm or taking more into your elbow if you want it. But you can think of a longer stick so it's not more particular. Squeeze your obliques.
40.
Take your eyes up. Raise your bottom, your top leg up.
Oh my god, that makes it so much harder.
Come on,
48.
left leg up, left leg up.
Oh my god.
Inhale, exhale. Just
4,
breathe.
5, 7. Oh my god, 8, 9. Did you say drama?
I said the drama.
Oh.
And this is like one of those things that like you'll have an 8-pack, I'll have a gut, and yet like the muscular strength. Good job, buddy. Could you like lift your leg up?
Yeah.
Good.
I would say I did a piss poor job of it, but I did lift it up a bit.
But you did it. Why the judgment around it? Good job.
All right, I'm gonna try to get.
7.
I got 7 on the other. I'll try to get that on this one. This one's a little weaker. That feeling of trying to do a push press, it just doesn't help you at all.
It's also weird because like it's extra odd because of the bands.
Yes.
Because even when you let it go, it's like with a weight just feels so different.
Yeah.
When you can't lift it up, like you can't lift it up, or it has to go somewhere. Whereas here, just like you're just there shaking.
It's hard. We're gonna do a hold on. Do a bird dog. Show you a variation. Oh wait, no, you don't kneel in it. You kneel on it. So I've got my left knee pinning the band down. What am I doing wrong here? My right knee pins the band down. And then it's gonna be, yeah, like that. So, just that. It's not supposed to be terribly challenging. The goal, though, is that you don't arch your back excessively. So I'll just show you the wrong way once. So see there, I'm moving too much in my spine. You want the motion to be hip and shoulder. And you can either come all the way in if you feel like it, or just focus on the end range of motion like this. But keep it kind of small. Or rather, don't try to exaggerate it at the top. I'm just going to do 2 more, and then let Alice have a go. That's one way to do a banded bird dog. You can also put the band around the foot and the hand, and that makes it super challenging. We are going to work up to that. But we're just going to start with this to get the feel for a bird dog, because we really don't do them too often. There you go. And she's not going to feel much of anything here.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
I know the maths. Quite good.
You know what I am gonna feel? My abs working to stabilize me.
Good. Oh, I was going to go get the clip. I knew there was another reason I was leaving the room. If you have one of these clips, they make this the easiest. So, calling that loopity-doopiting it. So now I've got it in half, so I can just put my feet through there. Now I clip this on. Okay, I got the judge attached to the bands. See that? It's more to the right. Okay, now this will be a little less excruciating, and I think I can now get 10. Make sense?
Good job.
Oh. I'm going to start my bird dog. Arm. And if you're getting antsy, you can actually jump to the black end if you want for the other side. No, I'm gonna wait for the red. One of these days I gotta buy a second red one. In a moment, I'm going to do my left arm pressing. That'll be the last of my heavy presses. I was trying to shimmy it over without working, or without having to lean over. Get whack. Okay.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious.
You don't go up.
So
Oh, I see.
it's a little weird. Okay. So you can just have it across your body like this, or you can pin it down with the other knee in the middle. Now that is a mixed bag. Sometimes it irritates, and sometimes it can fly out of there. But you get the idea here. That because if it's pinned down, that creates a downward vector, so that I'm actually lifting against something instead of just stretching it out. All right, try it, Al. It's remarkably different.
It looks like it.
Hmm.
See that?
Yeah, it can pop out. It's no fun.
Yeah, might be too hard for me.
Might be. You could also just pin the band under the knee without the foot part of it.
Yeah.
So you could just take it off your foot and just slide the band forward a little, and still do a bird dog with the back leg just without the band on it. And you're just using that knee to get the right distance.
Or can I just do this?
You could do that, yeah. Is that enough work for the front arm though?
I'm not so sure what. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know.
Because watch, go ahead and do that. So I like this exercise for a few reasons. It's like a bit of a teaching tool. It helps people, I think, just feel like what straight is when they press. And it's a bit of a load to push it out, but there's nothing resisting you downward. So when you pin it down, now you're working your shoulder and your glute more. But as she discovered, it was just a hair too heavy. So yeah, that's what I meant exactly. So now we don't worry about the leg, loading the leg. We're just focusing on getting the right distance for the band. And truth be told, a TheraBand is probably easier for this because then it's easier to just kneel on it, whereas these mini bands, they're not so easy to pin down this way. She's doing well though.
I don't know. It's like I'm not sure. It's not getting into my back. So if that's the hope,
No, we don't want the back.
then I don't understand. What
It's just it's a shoulder exercise. Some of this stuff is working.
Okay.
You're doing fine.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, try it with the band. The TheraBand.
Yeah.
Left. Oh, right. Pin it with this guy. If I can. That easier? Better?
Yeah, I could straighten my left arm. The other way, there's like all bicep, I guess, to like try to get the arm straight rather than any of the other stuff.
Even that's the thing about the red band. It's the lightest of the big long bands, but it's still heavy as heck for small movements. Single joint movements. Like toward the end, I was like, this is a hair heavy for me. Like I'm having to do a little bit of, like you're saying, like a bit of a bend of the elbow.
Okay.
All right, so now it is push-up time. Here's the plan.
What did we do?
The left. Did you not do your left yet? Final set.
Is that before this?
I had done one.
Then
I
well,
had
I did
done
it with
one.
you then.
Okay. You're good.
Just good old push-ups with band around your back. If you want a person to push on you instead, by all means, but we've been doing that for a little while, so I figure it's a good time to mix it up. Remember the different ways you can have this. You can have it where the elbows through it like that. You can have it literally just there. That's a little easier. Or it can be above the elbow, like that. That's the hardest, not only because the band gets stretched farther, but also it's hard to not let it flip up over your shoulder. I'm gonna try to start this way, and when I hit the wall, I might switch to the other one. Okay? I can already feel it doesn't want to stay there today. It's gonna come up. There it goes.
Good job.
Do a drop.
Should be red or black.
Well, I didn't think it'd be a bad idea to use the TheraBand.
Red or black.
Yeah, so you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish with a few presses without the push-up. And if you don't go all the way down, that's fine. So 3 relatively quick sets of this. Hey, that's looking good. Very good. Ugh. Oh, well. All right. That's fine. It's good. I'm resting for like only another 30 seconds and then I shall go again. How long we've been going? 38? Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. After these, we will do 1 set of triceps and then we'll call it a day.
So we did this type of pushing,
We did that type of pushing,
did this type of pushing,
did this type of pushing, and now we're gonna do chopping.
that type of pushing.
Yeah.
Great.
I like calling tricep extensions chops. That's what it is, it's a chopping motion.
Dig.
Yeah. We drop set. A few more.
Good job.
Yep. Hey, hi guys.
I went down and it just was not coming back up. So
The
there you
thing
go.
you can do
So
with
then I just kind of lifted my hands.
with TheraBand, you can actually just let go of the thing at the bottom and then go up. So you could like totally overload the negative, release, come back up if you wanted to do. They actually make a type of They are clips that can attach to a barbell that they look like little anchors, really, that hold extra weight. So let's say you put 25 pounds on either barbell in addition to your, whatever these power lifters do, like 600 pounds. So it wouldn't be 25, it'd be like another 50 or something. And then they lower it, so they have 700. It hits the ground, the anchor goes, and it falls over, and then they press up with 600. So it's an overloaded eccentric. Anyway, you can do that with a band, in that you lower yourself, let it just slide out, and then you push up without it, if you wanted to. I don't know if anyone in history has done that, but theoretically that would replicate that.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it. I get stuck again. Are you over a specific number or just
Yeah,
a
just
feeling?
failure, a feeling. Chasing that feeling.
Tell me about it.
Oh my goodness. All right, last one of these. Here we go.
Let it.
I'm going to ditch the band entirely for the remaining, just a few regular push-ups. You see why gyms can't reopen? We expel too many vapors when we work out. Too much of that.
Good job.
Okay, it's the last one of those. Your last push-up.
Yeah. And then triceps.
And then triceps. Good. Nice to do a few more
I tried to
micro presses.
sure. I did 10 each set.
So once you're done with that, I'm gonna anchor this around her. I'm gonna take a knee to do my triceps.
You
She's
gonna
just
go
gonna.
over there?
Huh?
Where am I gonna go?
Now you can stand maybe in that corner so I can be at a diagonal now.
Okay.
Feeling strong? So Alice is being my door anchor. If you have a door anchor, use that. If you don't, text Alice. She'll come and hold the band for you.
You want it up high or yeah?
Yeah, high enough. That's, you know what, I'm actually gonna get lower. This is a little weird, but it'll get the angle
I
right.
mean, you can be up higher. I
No,
just
this
did
works
that.
for me. Can you back up now to get it taut? Okay. Let's see if I can even do this in this weird kneeling position. Feeling steady?
Uh-huh.
I think we've just accidentally discovered an ab exercise. Having to keep them very tight to stay like this. Oh my God. Walk forward 2 inches.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a few more. So just doing this one set. Did I pull you?
Yeah, it's like you need to hold it forward and then I can get into space. to counterbalance. But it like takes me a moment till the bumbles fall. You got 2 more. Good job. Good job.
Ow. Okay. Why don't you? Try this. Try this.
Famous last words. Try this. Unfortunately, you won't be able to go as far back into the Cozina as I was. Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Now you'll tell me. How's the tension?
Yeah, how do you hold it?
I like that way. I like neutral grip. Yeah.
Alright.
How's the tension?
Good.
How's the peeping, Tommy? How's the peeping?
Should I go forward?
No, you're good. Unless you want to go forward. But I'm good back here. Once you hit the wall, let me know, then I will walk a little bit toward you. Very good. It does take one by surprise, the anchor.
Yep. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, I really feel the difference in the different arms. Woo!
I get that. I feel tricep stuff very much in my left. Good.
Just want a few
Good.
more.
Yep. Go, Ellie. All right. Yeah. That's a magic trick. You're good at that. Hey, we're done. Just like that, it's over. 47 minutes. That's a good one in my opinion. Hi, Laura. Hi, Brianna. We're done.
Hi. Bye.
Alice says hi, bye. See
Good
ya.
job.
Great.